Any family with a net worth in the tens of millions is considered extremely rich, but the Kardashians aren't your average rich family. They're exceptionally wealthy, every single one of them. The 8 best-known members of the Kardashian Jenner clan, parents Kris and Caitlyn, as well as their children Kim, Khloe, Kourtney, Kylie, Kendall, and Rob, all have individual net worths of at least $10 million, with 4 of them claiming more than $100 million in assets. As a family, they are reportedly worth more than $2.2 billion. To put that figure into perspective, their wealth is greater than the GDP of more than 24 countries. So, who is the richest member of the Kardashians? And where did they get all that money? Don't forget to watch today's video to the very end to find why the Kardashian Jenners aren't billionaires. But before we begin, we request you to subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon to never miss another upload of ours. Having said that, let's jump right in. Kim Kardashian's riches? $1.2 billion. The richest Kardashian is the most famous and recognizable of the clan, Kim Kardashian. In 2021, Forbes finally declared Kim a billionaire, and right now her net worth is set at $1.2 billion, according to Forbes. The money started flowing in from the first reality series, but that turned out to be just the beginning. Now, Kardashian makes more from her fragrance and cosmetics company KKW Beauty, and her majority stake in the shapewear line Skims is worth more than $200 million. Kim replaces her sister Kylie as the only billionaire in the family, at least for the moment. What is Kylie Jenner's real net worth? $620 million. The youngest of the bunch is also one of the wealthiest, and for a while, she stood out as the member who had amassed the largest net worth, though that is no longer the case. Kylie Jenner makes tens of millions from TV, but the bulk of her massive fortune comes to her from her company Kylie Cosmetics, which has revolutionized selling makeup on the internet to the masses. In 2019, Jenner made headlines and sparked intense social media chatter when Forbes made the bold statement that not only was she worth $1 billion, but that she was the youngest self-made billionaire. Many suggested that she wasn't really self-made, while others insisted that she had worked very hard to build her own empire. The conversation changed dramatically in 2020 when the magazine published a follow-up article titled "Inside Kylie Jenner's Web of Lies and Why She's No Longer a Billionaire," that alleged the mogul was involved in some tricky financial practices that inflated her net worth. Kylie Jenner's status as a billionaire has been called into question by Forbes in a story that also raises questions about the magazine's ability to accurately assess the finances of celebrities. Forbes, known for its billionaire rankings, said it no longer considers the youngest member of the Kardashian Jenner family to be a billionaire, a status it first conferred in March 2019. The magazine on Friday published the results of an investigation into Jenner's finances, saying she and her family provided misleading information about her wealth. It now estimates her net worth at just under $900 million. In its investigation Friday, Forbes says the Kardashians and Jenners have spent years fighting for higher spots on its annual wealth and celebrity earnings lists. Jenner's brother-in-law and rapper Kanye West was included on the Forbes list in April. USA Today reached out to Jenner's reps for comment on the report. Jenner took to Twitter, tweeting Friday that the Forbes article had a number of inaccurate statements and unproven assumptions. And she never asked for any title or tried to lie my way there ever. Period. Last November, Jenner sold a $600 million stake in her cosmetic company, Kylie Cosmetics, to Coty Incorporated, a beauty company that owns CoverGirl, Tiffany & Co. and Balenciaga, among other notable beauty and fashion brands. A news release Forbes called the sale one of the greatest celebrity cash-outs of all time, and said the transaction seemed to confirm what Kylie had been saying all along and what it declared in the March 2019 story. Coty officials declined to comment. Jenner pocketed an estimated $340 million after tax from the sale, Forbes reported, but said based on filings and the impact of COVID-19 on beauty stocks and consumer spending that Jenner is no longer believed to be a billionaire. At the time, said Coty would own 51% of Jenner's company. Forbes also said in its story that the family created tax returns that were likely forged, which Jenner's attorney Michael Kump said in a statement to People magazine was unequivocally false. Forbes' accusation that Kylie and her accountants forged tax returns is unequivocally false, and we are demanding that Forbes immediately and publicly retract that and other statements, Kump told People. To some experts, Forbes' about-face may put the publication's popular rankings into question. James Warren, executive editor of NewsGuard, which rates the credibility of news and information sites. Told USA Today the news speaks to the importance of verifying information. The Kardashian claim was and remains the sort that's easy to make, yet hard to verify, said Warren, a former Chicago Tribune managing editor. But it requires verification because some people use billionaire as a credential of grand distinction, a sort of Harvard degree, even if one measured in money rather than academic achievement. Rita McGrath, who is professor of management at Columbia Business School, said the story puts Forbes in a tough spot. I do think a magazine like Forbes has a certain responsibility to present factual data if they are going to claim to be that source, McGrath said. I think maybe a higher level of scrutiny might be merited. What about the momager? $119 million. To say that Kris Jenner has made a lot of money off the backs of her kids is putting it mildly. Sure, the momager, to the most famous family of reality TV, has worked incredibly hard to create the brand that is Kardashian and keep it strong. But much of the cash she claims as her own comes to her courtesy of her offspring. The powerful negotiator reportedly takes 10% of everything all of her children make, and it's easy to understand how that adds up quickly. In fact, she's now worth $119 million, according to Forbes. Caitlyn Jenner's business. $100 million. The athlete and TV personality, formerly known as Bruce Jenner, has enjoyed a lifetime of celebrity, and all of her various activities have helped make her a rich woman. First, Jenner reaped the rewards of being an Olympic athlete and all the endorsement deals that typically follow that success. Since then, she's appeared on a number of TV shows, like her own I Am Kate, launched a number of products, and published a best-selling memoir. Recently, Caitlyn had political aspirations on her mind, though she did not perform well in her run for governor of California. Her net worth is now up to $100 million, so says Celebrity Net Worth. Let's talk Kourtney Kardashian. $65 million. Kourtney has now made money by appearing on an incredible 9 different reality TV programs connected to and including the original KUWTK. And a 10th is surely coming soon, as the women are ending their successful run at E! And moving to Hulu. The mother of 3 has also made quite a bit of cash from her social media accounts, as she can request more than $100,000 per branded post because she stands out as one of the most followed accounts on Instagram. What about Khloe Kardashian's net worth? $50 million. One of the middle children in the family, Khloe has found some success in a number of different projects, though none of them have taken off in the same way that some of her richer sisters have enjoyed. That's certainly not to say she's not doing very well for herself. Khloe used to co-own and co-run the Dash boutique stores that the siblings operated when their show KUWTK first began, but those have since closed. She has also launched 5 spin-off programs, including Kourtney and Khloe Take Miami, Kourtney and Kim Take New York, and Khloe and Lamar, all of which have netted her a pretty penny. Finally, Kendall Jenner's net worth. $4 to $5 million. All of the Kardashian women are noted for their beauty, but Kendall may have made the most money off of her looks of the entire group. In 2017, Forbes declared Kendall the highest-paid model in the world, ending a decade-plus long winning streak enjoyed by Gisele Bündchen. That year, Kendall raked in $22 million from strutting down catwalks, appearing in magazines, and working with top-tier brands, and she has been able to expand into additional partnerships more recently. Moving on, Rob Kardashian's net worth, $10 million. Significantly less wealthy than every other member of the Kardashian family, brother Rob is still a multimillionaire, though he doesn't have the same profile as his sisters, especially after he was banned from Instagram. In addition to appearing on, but not really starring in, the Brood's various TV shows, Rob launched his own sock company called Arthur George, but a quick look at the brand's website suggests that's not where the bulk of his millions have come from. Lately, he's been promoting what appears to be his own hot sauce. In the decade since the Kardashians became a household name, Rob has bounced from project to project and found paychecks by co-managing failed musical act BG5, as well as appearing on reality shows like Dancing with the Stars, The Choice, and his own Rob and Sheena. With that, we come to the end of the video. Don't forget to join in next time for more of such interesting content.